Morning, everyone. Hope you're all okay on this Thursday morning. I always forget what day it is, even though it's every other Thursday. So you've got myself, Helen, we've got Kerry here, we've got Claire from Grecotel. We've also got, we thought we'd introduce our new sales exec to the team. So we've got Emma here as well with us.
Hi, everyone.
And Emma's going to be looking after the central corridor of England. So if you're based, what areas is it that you cover, Emma?
So Birmingham, East Midlands, up to sort of South Yorkshire.
Yeah, all the way up to Hull. Yeah, so we've got, yeah. So if you want to have a look on the trade site on the Meet the Team, you can have a look there and see which areas Emma does cover. And if you want to reach out to her to have a look at what we can do to boost the Jet2holidays sales for your business, give her a shout. So just a couple of updates from me and from us at Jet2holidays first. So the first big thing is it is our last day of the Jet2holidays big spring sale. So if you have been quoting people over the past few weeks when it's been on this campaign, the discounts will end today. So make sure that you're chasing those up. You will have had some discounts in there of up to 50%. We've got thousands of hotels included in this campaign. So make sure you're chasing them up for all those late. So it's April, May, June departures. So let them know what's going on and that the price will probably go up tomorrow. Next thing on the list is that we have got live chat back. If you haven't seen that, that does come up when you go into the trade site. Just so you know as well, you can actually add on basic wheelchair assistance via this function, so you don't need to call through to special assistance. So you can use live chat just for basic wheelchair assistance in the airport. And the biggest news, resort flight check-in is back. So if you haven't seen this, we are back in Cyprus from the end of this month at over 50 hotels. It's something that customers love, and I get asked this on a daily basis. It will be expanding into other resorts, so do watch this space. But currently we have got it launching end of April at over 50 hotels in Cyprus. And then the last thing this week that's been announced is we're expanding in the south of France. So not only are we doing Nice as a city break, we are doing a lot of the beach areas along that nice Côte d'Azur. So make sure you are checking out on the trade site those different areas that we've got and what hotels we've got. So it's even more to offer your customers now. So I'm now going to hand over to the lovely Claire. He's going to give us a lot more information about some properties that we've got part of the Grecotel Hotels and Resorts. So I'll take it to you, Claire.
Thanks, Helen. Thanks very much. Morning, everyone. Thank you for your time today. This is going to be quite a brief presentation. It's not all of the portfolio of Grecotel, but hopefully I'll give you a really good synopsis. And then if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. So let me see if I can share my screen. It's always a little bit hair-raising in case this doesn't work. But guys, just let me know if you can actually see this.
We can see it,
yeah,
Claire.
All good. Yes, we've got thumbs up. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so Grecotel has been going for 40 years, and the unique selling point is that we're all on the beach except for one property, so which is really hard to find in Europe, to have something that's really all properties on the beach. So it's fantastic. So we also pride ourselves to be authentically Greek, and then with the Greek hospitality, which you know is actually 5-star anyway, with the 4- and 5-star luxury hotels, it's a marriage made in heaven. So you've got some really special gems. All of our properties are very, very unique. We actually have 32 hotels and 8 homes and villas, and we have around about 9 different locations within Greece. We've just sold the Halkidiki property, but the rest are actually still within our portfolio. This morning I'm only going to be speaking about Crete and Corfu, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to update you on other properties. So 18 months ago, we launched LuxMe, which is luxury made easy. This is our ultimate all-inclusive, so it's an elevated all-inclusive. And what's included is the 100 premium drinks brands, 150 wine labels in the wine cellar. We've also got around about 4 or 5 different a la carte restaurants that the guests can actually go once per restaurant per stay. We also have the main buffet restaurant, and we also have guest experience as well, which everyone is asking for. And just to give you an idea, we have wine tasting with a private sommelier. And so if you remember any of the 150 wine labels that you've gone through testing, you can actually have that accompanied with your dinner in the evening as well. So it's a personalised service for you. Now, within the 40 portfolio, the Luxme brand is actually only in 6 properties. And that's located in Crete, Rhodes, the Peloponnese, Corfu. We've got 2 in Corfu and 1 in Kos. So we'll move on to the Dine Around Club. The Dine Around Club is our elevated half board, and this is only available in Corfu, Peloponnese and Crete. So the Dine Around gives you an option to actually dine, if you're staying in Corfu, for example, up to 12 participating restaurants. So I'll be showing you later that we have 3 hotels on the wonderful Camino Peninsula. And within that, we have 2 other hotels which are participating. But we also have a secret as well. We have another hotel, which I'm going to show you later, which is about 10 minutes drive away. It's something really special. But with regards to the Dine Club, if guests under the age of 11.99 are sharing with their family or a guardian, if there's at least in their same room, they'll stay free of charge. And also new for last year, children under the age of 11.99 will eat free. So they'll stay free and eat free. We're basically giving the holiday away. And also, if you're staying for 7 nights or more, you will have 2 complimentary a la carte dinners as well. So it's amazing. We also have, which is your standard leading all-inclusive, which is called a comfort pack. So this is basically just a supplement on top of your half board to make sure that you're including your food and drinks. But do bear in mind, this isn't the Luxme elevated all-inclusive. So it doesn't have the premium brands. So this is only available at Amarandes in Crete, Creta Palace and Ava Palace in Corfu. But my secret weapon is that Creta Palace is actually built like a Cretan village. And within that, it has beautiful boutique shops, a church, cobbled streets and everything. But it also has gardens and fruit orchards. So what the guests can do is actually pick their own ingredients and hand it to the chef, and they'll make something really personalised for them. They'll also have live cooking shows, and they'll also have a culinary experience as well. So if any foodies really are absolutely wanting a food experience but can't quite afford the Luxme, look at the Creta Palace. It's a really good option for cost-effective clients as well. Also, this is brilliant. We actually launched last year the app. So this is a 24-hour concierge service. So this means that you can actually pre-book, or the guests can actually manage this as well. They can just manage their booking. They can pre-book reservations for restaurants, children's club, any activities. You've got a full diary on there as well, so you can see a calendar when all the activities are happening so you don't miss out. All you need is the surname and the date of travel. You don't even need the booking reference. It's really easy. So it's a good peace of mind. Then for any 4- and 5-star hotel, you would imagine all the normal activities. You know, you've got the spa, the activities, any horse riding, paddy diving, things like that. But we're all about an elevated experience. So what I call the James Bond experience. If you want to hire a yacht for a couple of hours, go along the coast, have a private picnic, then we could do that. If you're in Corfu town, perhaps you want to go to the old town, new town, have a private walking tours, or perhaps to the museums, we can arrange all of that as well. So please just let us know. The more information that you advise us, the better that we can actually be pre-armed with everything and arrange all special experiences for our mutual guests. Also, we have a children's club. Isn't he adorable? I have to put that picture in. He's so cute. So we have the Grecoland. It's from 4 years to 12 years. It's complimentary. And we have a teens club in high season only, and that's also complimentary. We have babysitting in the day and the evening. It's €25 per child per hour. We don't have a physical creche, but what the little poppets can do from 0 to 3 years, they can actually join the Grecoland, but they need to be accompanied by a parent or guardian. We also have a tasty corner as well, which is located in the Grecoland. This is perfect for the kids to actually eat before the a la carte restaurants are open, so the parents can have a relaxing evening later on, and also they can take advantage still with the babysitting. Any food allergies, regardless of your age, if you have any sort of gluten-free, nut allergies, anything, please advise us and we can inform all the chefs and we can remove any nuts as well in their suites and rooms. We also have the Greco Baby, which is on our website. This is a link where you can download and pre-order all the baby paraphernalia. So you literally don't need a second suitcase of all of the amenities. You can have everything waiting for them in their room and suite. Most of it is complimentary, but do be aware there are some minimal charges for certain items, but it's a great service. Just make sure that you put the right hotel in because it gets actually sent directly to the hotel itself. So that's just a synopsis overall on the brand. So wherever you're staying, you should really have all of those facilities. The only property that you wouldn't have the Greco land is Mykonos Blue in Mykonos itself. So just to let you know. Also, I believe that Helen actually received an email with regards to wheelchair facilities. Now, we're not covering it today, but the only hotel in our portfolio is in Rhodes. It's called Dama Dama. It is a Luxme product, so it is the elevated all-inclusive. It's a 4-star, 80% of the room types have been renovated, but 4 of them have been specially adapted. And Dama Dama is super flat, so you can go crazy in the wheelchair and be super safe. Absolutely fine. Alrighty, so Corfu Imperial. Corfu Imperial is located obviously in Corfu. It's on the Camino Peninsula, which is absolutely stunning. I'm going to show you a picture in a second. But just to orientate you, we're about 25 minutes away from the airport and 20 minutes away from Corfu town. So the Camino Peninsula is 222 acres. Isn't it stunning? Absolutely beautiful. Now, as you know, Corfu town, it has a very much Italian and Greek architecture. So what we've done is we've put that influence within the grounds of our hotel of Corfu Imperial. So we have stunning Italian gardens. This renovation that we've done over the last 3 years has cost 50 million euros. And we've added 2, 3 and 4 bedroom waterfront villas. Really beautiful with private pool. We've actually added a completely new estate. It's called the Medusa Estate. You might be able to see it just on the back. I'm just hovering over a little yellow building in the far distance, about 12 o'clock. This is a former olive oil factory, and it still has some of the olive oil presses within the property itself. It's very unique. It's actually big enough for 12 people. It's 6 bedrooms. It has its own private road area. None of the beaches in Greece are actually private, but because it's quite awkward to get to their cove, we can actually claim that they've got a private cove. They also have their own private pool, which is about 48 meters squared. And it's really eclectic, sort of Italian and Greek architect actually inside, as well as the olive oil influence as well. So it's really stunning. So obviously, as we're in the 222 acres, we have so much lush sort of forest area as well. So it's really beautiful. It's very, very special. This is our own peninsula. We have a sister hotel behind called the Daphne Bay, which I'll speak to you in a second. And then we also have the Ava Palace as well. So because we have the dine around experience, we have a 5-minute complimentary sea transfer. It's whoops, sorry guys. It goes all the way around the peninsula and serves all of our hotels. So this allows our guests to have a really good complimentary transfer, but also to experience our dine around as well. Even if you're not going for the restaurant, just go for the boat trip because it's an amazing boat. It's gorgeous. Now, my secret that I mentioned earlier is that 10 minutes drive away, we have the Daniela Village. The Daniela Village is a traditional 1930s Corfuan village. It has traditional church, tavernas, it has shops and everything, but it has also our a la carte restaurant as well. But it's also the setting of where the Durrells were filmed and James Bond for Your Eyes Only as well. So it's an amazing experience. So even if you didn't go for the restaurant, you can actually just go for an excursion because it's our village. And we want to offer transportation there. It is at an extra cost. But what we do have is 2 complimentary shuttle transfers down to Corfu town, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon as well. Corfu town is stunning. I mean, I lost a complete Sunday afternoon, miranding around all of the cobble streets. Thank God the shops were closed because it's an amazing place for handbags and shoes. Anyway, we have 5 beaches. One of them is a Pebble Beach, but it's a water sports beach, so that's not too bad. The other 4 beaches are sandy beaches. Now, located just here, we have the 2, 3, 4 bedroom villas, and located just here is the Famous Class Beach. Now, the Famous Class Beach is if you're wanting an elevated beach experience, a lot more attentive, but these are for the higher categories. So it's for the 2 and 3, 4 bedroom villas, and also over here on the right side is the rock villas. The rock villas are actually in a Portofino colourings, the pink and yellow. They're actually the duplex. So upstairs they have wooden floorings, and downstairs is marble. They have about 16 steps outside down to a wooden jetty area where you can sunbathe, or you could have private dining there, which is at a cost of room service. Don't forget that the Corfu Imperial is based on bed and breakfast, and then you can also pay the supplement for the half-board dine around. We have a 2-tiered pool outside. We have the Yali restaurant, which is just located here on the left, which is stunning and absolutely beautiful for sundowners. The main building, which is this white building here, all of the categories are sea view. You would have Albanian side, which is the sunrise, and you've got Corfu Town, which is the sunset. So absolutely stunning. The leading categories are here. So we've got cruise, panorama, and lofty. That just means the sea view and the size of your window. Cruise is just a normal size window. It's not a porthole window, just to be clear. It's just a standard size. Panorama is wider, and lofty is wider again. So that's what all those 3 pictures are. And in the bottom right is our 1-bedroomed suite, which is located just at the front part here, just as you can see. Then we've got just a small pictures of the 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms waterfront villas. These private pools are absolutely stunning. Now, I must tell you that this is not just dedicated for Grecotel. This is actually global now, and it's a sustainable tax. If you need to heat your pool 27-degree or more, there's 100 to 150 euros per day extra charge. So just be mindful of that, because obviously you need to pay for that locally. And just at the bottom right-hand corner, that's just more of a close-up of the rock villas that we had spoken about before. Again, you've got about 12 to 16 steps down, as I mentioned earlier. You can also see in the top left-hand corner that the waterfront villas also have a steps. These are to the jetty area towards the Famous Class, so it's easily positioned. So moving on to the Dafanila Bay. The Dafanila Bay is our Luxme product. It's still, as I said earlier, it's positioned behind the Corfu Imperial, so it's still on the Camino Peninsula. It participates in the dine around experience, even though it's on an all-inclusive, which means that if you are eating in the a la carte, you will have a credit allowance, which is 20 euros per adult and half price for children. That is a reduction of your a la carte total bill. The Dafanila Bay is actually in an elevated position. The higher you are, the more you have a peninsula view of the palm trees and the olive trees. And then further down, towards the beach, is more of a sea view. Because it's built like an amphitheatre style positioning, where you would have the seats in the theatre is where the bungalows are, and right at the end are the hideaway villas. They are partially secluded, so you will actually still be seen. But it's absolutely stunning. It's on a beautiful beach, very, very similar to the Caribbean. Don't forget, we're only 3 hours away, so it's absolutely perfect location. It's 80% renovated, this room type, and remember, it's 4-star. So that gives you an idea of the style of categories. I have to put this wine cellar in just so you can see for the experience of the wine cellar with a private sommelier. Can you imagine just sitting there for a couple of hours going through all of those stunning wines? Absolutely amazing few hours. Anyway, the Daniela Village, that's just a reminder that the traditional village that we've got, which is only 10 minutes away, absolutely stunning and a beautiful location for our a la carte restaurants. So that's Corfu. So we'll move on to Crete. Now, Crete, we've actually got 9 hotels in Crete. I'm not going through all of them. I wish I could, but I can't, unfortunately. But I just give you a small synopsis. So the Greco farm was actually started when Grecotel first began 40 years ago. Our owner, father, actually set it up. And you know, we talk about the Mediterranean diet and we all want to be very good with our food. He actually created the Mediterranean diet at the Greco farm in conjunction with the Hellenic Crete Food Society, and so he's actually expanded that out with the local and sustainable food as well. And all of this food will be sent out to all of our hotels and also to all of the hotels through our islands as well. So you know the food is to a very, very high standard. So the fine dining at the a la carte restaurants are superb. The Greco farm also has an a la carte restaurant. Remember that at Crete, we also still have the dine around experience. So we have about 4 or 5 different a la carte restaurants per hotel and at the Greco farm. So there's a lot of choices. We also have a little farm here as well, so the little poppets can learn about growing their own vegetables and the fruit and everything and learn about sustainability. And you can actually get married here as well. We have a small farm shop, so you could actually purchase the Greco olive oil and the honey and everything. We can't send it overseas, but if you wanted to, you could arrange like a small hamper to be waiting in the suite for the guests for a special touch if you wanted. So the Amarandas was actually the first hotel that was built in the 70s, and the Cretians themselves had never seen anything like it. They were so in awe of this building because it had such a palatial sort of style to it. So as a nod to that, we also have used all the local woods and all of the local stone. So it's very much like a Cretan village, and but the main building itself is very palatial. You can see on the bottom picture there, there's a lot of water around it. As I mentioned earlier, all of our hotels are on the beach, so you have still a beachfront location with a water aspect throughout the grounds. It's quite a holistic feel to it. It's really beautiful. Actually, that just looks weird standing in the water, but in the evening there's a floating deck and this rises up and you can actually have your dinner in the evening. Isn't that stunning within the water feature? And then you can see the sunset as well. It's then connected to our Mayan Tour restaurant, which is our main buffet restaurant. Now, just a bit of a fact here, a bit of trivia. I don't know whether you know that Picasso thought he was Cretan and part of the Mayan Tour. So a nod to that, we have exclusively 30 pieces of his collection in the Mayan Tour buffet restaurant. You wouldn't see these anywhere else. So it's a real special collection to witness. As I said earlier, all of our hotels are very individual and is run very individually as well. So at the Amarandas, when you're booking a higher category, you're given a cabana, but you're given the cabana number for that stay. So no fisticuffs down in the morning trying to say that's mine with a towel. You don't need to be doing that. That's your cabana and you're given a designated number. So the White Palace. The White Palace used to be our flagship property before the Corfu period was actually had its €50 million renovation. The White Palace is a very, very special property. It's actually a Luxme product, but it's our 5-star. It's the only 5-star Luxme within our 6 properties that we have. So it's really close to Rithimon. It's only about 10-15 minutes drive away from the Greco farm as well. And by the way, most of our properties are only about an hour's transfer from Heraklion as well. Creta Palace, by the way, that we said earlier, because of the proximity of where they are, if you fly into Hania, because of the routing down the mountain and everything, it works out the same whether you fly to Hania or Crete, to Heraklion for the Creta Palace. That's only specifically for that hotel though. So the White Palace has been recently renovated, and we've had brand new Luxme, shared pool, bungalow suites, sea view, bit of a mouthful, but they are very, very stunning. And I have a small video, hopefully I've still got time to show you. This actually is a brilliant opportunity for you to see because you can just see how stunning. It's right on the beach. It's very, very white, hence the White Palace. So it's really streamlined. We have the World Championship roller skater serving your drinks around the pool, which is very unique. You will see that in a second, so I'm not lying. It is actually a fact, it's not fiction. And there she is, in fact. So we have lots of areas for sundowners as well. And remember, for the Luxme, we mentioned about the 100 premium brands, the 150 wine cellar, but we also have late night snacking, the chocolatier, the gelata, the patisserie. We have all sorts of bits and pieces. That's all of that through the Luxme product. So it's very, very special. We also have, uniquely to the White Palace, the hippie spa. It's the only property that has the hippie spa. Everything else has the Alexa spa. And I'm going to show you in a second in this video, they have cascading chairs down within the spa after you've had treatments. It's beautiful. I don't know how you get out of them, but they look stunning. So you can see that you've got private pools. They are the shared pools, which is the elongated long section. We have 8 of those suites. They're not interconnecting, but you can be placed anywhere. Remember, we've got 4 separate individual buildings that house all of these different room categories. So you can't be guaranteed whether you'll be close by to each other. But just to let you know that 8 shared pools are all together. So there it is. That's the hippie spa. Absolutely stunning. You imagine that after a treatment. Gorgeous. So it's a really, really special gem. And as I say, it's only 10 minutes away from Grecotel. It's a really traditional Greek village, and it's got a stunning Phoenician harbour as well. But you can see on the other part of that, where you can see the tables and chairs, that's a great place for sundowners as well, pre and post cocktails. So you've got the private pools, and also very quirky, they have open plan wardrobes. So so it's the thing. It's very fashionable at the moment. And that's it, my lovelies. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm sure if you had any questions, you've popped that through to Helen. So